How's it going, guys? Jane Electronics here, and I'm going to be making a little tutorial for you guys showing you how to make a YouTube channel art. This is, right off the bat, very basic. You can just follow the video and know nothing about Photoshop, and at least you'll be able to create something cool so you can get rid of those really crappy channel arts that you probably have on your channel. I don't want to just sit here and have a dumb monologue in the very beginning because it is a tutorial, and I don't understand why people who create a tutorial feel the need to do that, even though I'm doing it right now, but this is also the very first one I've ever done, so, you know. So, right off the bat, like I said, very simple, just keep following me. You want to go to File, New. These are for the people that don't actually know how to do it. File, New. You want to make sure that you have the width as 2560 and the height as 1440. And then create. So we can do something stupid like, I don't know, just do something like that. And, gotta put a little effort in that. A little ninja guy. Alright, I'm getting off track. So basically, what you want to do, because it's really important that you have a template, because you can just go and make some bogus channel art and keep making it over and over again because it's not lining up correctly with the channel arts for, let's see, I can show you here, channel arts like for myself, but mine's actually lined up. I mean, even though you can just do this yourself, I'll show you it anyways. So using a template allows you to make sure that everything is actually in the correct place that it's supposed to be in. I don't really use one for the profile picture, only because the profile picture I know right off the bat is 800 by 800. And that's another thing I can show you too, is how to make the profile pictures, but mainly focusing on the channel arts. And I can show you how to create like the cool texts and stuff like that later. But for right now, I'll show you in the very beginning. This will be the very first tutorial. This isn't going to be a step-by-step thing. This is just going to be, this video will show you what you need to do, and then I'll create some other tutorials later. So the profile picture is going to be 800 by 800. And the channel art, like I said, is 2560 by 1440. And you want to make sure that you have a template, and I can provide a template for you. I'll just put in the link in the description, and that'll help you create the channel art and make it look nice and center. So this is what a template looks like right here. And this shows you quite a bit. You know, this is actually coming directly from Google. You can search up Google channel or YouTube channel art templates, and you'll find one, and it's this exact same thing. That's where I got it. And they tell you the different types. There's the desktop minimum and mobile. Then there's the desktop max. You want to just really focus, even though a lot of people might have the TV one, or have the TV one. A lot of people might be watching YouTube on a TV. Chances are, probably not that many people are. Most of it's mobile or desktop, so you don't need to worry about stuff that's in these areas. Ignore these areas. Only focus right here. I mean, really, focus right there. Don't worry about these. It makes it simpler. So, I mean, right off the bat, usually what I would do, obviously turn down the opacity, because you still want it to be there, but you don't want to just do this over and over again and make sure everything's lined up. So just turn the opacity down to whatever, and for those that don't know how to do that, it's up here on the top right. Trying to go as quick as possible, but also slow for some of the people that don't know. So OCD's kicking 40%. So we want to just go right down to the bottom here. There's shortcuts to do it, but I don't know all the Photoshop shortcuts, but it's right here. Create a new layer. We want to put the layer down here and keep the template up top, just in case. If we do it like this, have the layer up here, then you're going to have this kind of stuff, and we don't want that. We want to have the channel art template up here. So I'm kind of, when I make stuff, I'm a little rogue in the Photoshop or just art, like computer-based art rules. I don't follow them. I am self-taught on this. I didn't take classes or anything like that. Actually, I did take a class for it, but that was something else. It's very important to stay organized. I don't, because nobody else touches my work. That's mainly the big thing there, to stay organized, because if you're not organized, then somebody else that wants to, hey, can I have the PST file? And they're gonna be like, what the hell is all this? And it's just all layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, or a bunch of BS. So you want to make sure you organize. I'm not going to do that probably that much in the video, only because I want to go as quick as possible through this as I can. And then also at the same time, I'm creating a brand new channel art for you guys on the clip, and it takes some time thinking about what I need to do, so I have to do that at the same time I have to explain to you what I'm doing. But I can show you some of the basics. So we have all of that taken care of, and I already have like a huge collage of random things that I can just scrap together. I'm gonna show you guys, let's see, what's a good one that I can show you. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how to create something like this. And let's see, let me put that up here. Yes, that actually is something that you can create. It's not difficult at all. There's other tutorials that I can do to show you how to do some of the masking, because I believe, if I remember correctly, I had to do some masking around forgot that guy's name from Witcher. But this is very simple. This is actually a lot of drag and drop, and it's just a cool art style that if you mix everything right, which I will probably fail in the tutorial because it takes time to make sure all the colors and everything go together. This is all up to you guys to create it yourself and mix it together, but I will show you how to do it, like I said. So what we want to do to get started is we want to create, we want to find some already pre-made wallpapers, or just pictures. Like, for example, here's one from Fallout 4 that I have already. I'm gonna match this up, and let's see, we can take a random thing from here. This kind of goes together. Just random picture, JFK riding a horse. That's funny. Let's see if I got more here. We don't want to stay in the terms of Fallout, but we want to keep it kind of similar. So if we're going for, that's another good thing here, good thing to point out. Keep it the same art. Don't, like, not meaning as in, you know, this is something wacky and weird and this is something from a game. You don't want something to be real life and then something to be cartoon from a game, because it's really easy to distinguish the difference between the two. So you want to keep it just cartoon out of everything. So we need to find another thing that's also cartoon, which I have here. Let's see if this works together. Like I said, I'm not going to waste my time mixing the pictures around. Okay, so this is from The Division. We're going to, just so I know, div, and then that one's, oops, got a new keyboard here, I'm not used to it, JFK, and then this one, just fall, or might as well just put Fallout. Alright, so right off the bat, what you want to do, because you're not going to be able to do any editing with these pictures unless you do so, you want to rasterize the layers. So just right click on it and choose rasterize. There's probably a simpler way, but like I said, don't know all the shortcuts. Rasterize layer, rasterize layer. So we want to take the JFK picture, we're going to want to move it up as the top one, only because he's kind of in the middle there, and if we put him underneath Fallout, let's see, there we go. If we put them like that, then we might not be able to. What I'm going to do next is get things put together the way they should. One thing I'm going to run into, which isn't going to be fun, is there's too much white in the middle, so I'm going to have to actually mix that around. Let's see. Shoot, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to remove the Division picture and put in a different one, because I need to have something that's darker based that I can put text on. Let's see, that'll work. Okay, huge photo. So this one is Daisy. We'll actually delete JFK. Alright, Division. I'm going to shrink that down. Oh, going ahead of myself. Control-T will select the layer, then take the corner. Hold down Shift to keep it the same ratio, and just take the corner and scroll it down. We want to put it kind of similar enough to where we can fit it right. Doesn't really matter if we can't get the guy in there, because that's not the point I'm trying to make. trying to do this the best I can, and I'm also killing one of my rules. Alright, put that at the top. Okay, I mean, right off the bat, that already looks cool, but we're going to make it look cooler. So, this is still going against what I was saying, which is you want to keep things as landscape, and it's bothering me that I'm not doing that right now. But we'll just ignore that rule for right now. Just ignore it. Okay. So I'm just going to turn the layer off for just right now. The next thing that we're going to do is the blending mode. So we're going to select the division. We're going to do that one as the first one. In fact, we probably should put Fallout above DayZ and shrink it down a little bit, but make sure it's still in the box. Yes, it is. Okay. So take the division, and you see this little thing down here that has a square with a circle in the middle. Just click that, and then that'll create a masking layer. And what you want to do with that is click the paintbrush over here on the left hand side, and click up here on the left, turn the hardness down to 0, and size is dependent on what you want the size to be, and then you want to just do something like that. Just morph it. It's important. The key to this is having the hardness down, because if we have the hardness up by 100%, it's going to look like that, and it's not going to achieve anything. So we want to have it down to basically nothing, and it creates kind of that mix layer, which is good. We don't want to make it too confusing though, so that's also another thing too. Make sure you have it, which it will do automatically when you have the masking layer selected. Make sure black is the color that you're choosing, because black is to hide, white is to show. So I don't want to see that right there, the arm. I believe that's the arm of the DayZ guy. So I'm going to select white, and I'm going to just have it go away. So this actually went mixed together pretty good, even though it's not really the same thing, but that's okay. So with this, we don't want to make it too bad, but that's also not really in there that much. Okay. So next we want to select the Fallout one and rinse and repeat. Do the exact same thing. Add masking layer. Make sure black's selected. Okay. So if you want to, if it bothers you that much, at this point you can just select DayZ, hold down shift, select the division one, and then take from here, and then like that, select delete. It doesn't want me to. Okay, just have to do it individually. Okay, and then same thing down here. Don't know why this would bother anyone, because I mean they're not going to really see it, but I guess it's to make it look nice for the whole purpose of this video. Okay, so then the next thing that we want to do is we want to put in some text, because text is important. I'm just going to do what everyone else does and choose their own channel name as that. Font really doesn't work for this. However, actually it kind of does. Alright, I'm going to show you where you should go. Go to defont.com and just get everything you can think of. But I already have a lot, so I'm just going to probably choose my favorite one, which is lemon milk. Shrink that down, actually. Gonna keep it not shrunk down. Okay, and then to get it even, you can use the directional keys, I guess, but it would be faster for you to just move it around on the mouse. Photoshop will actually tell you when it's where it should be, like right there. But also, if you want to keep it on the same plane, like if you want to keep it on the X plane and not have it go anywhere else, like on the Y, just hold down shift. And you can move your mouse wherever you want, but it's only going like that, so that's good. Okay, so obviously you can't really read the text that much. However, it does look fancy, but we don't want that. What we want to do is we want to select a layer, so go to T, like the same place you're going to drop text in, and you're going to highlight the entire text, then just go up to here and choose a color that works. And a color that works good is probably one that's not too dark, obviously, but also we don't want something like that, so that throws it off. We want something that kind of mixes good. Okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll steal the tree in the background, and this might be ugly for you guys, but also this is just showing you how to do it so you can talk crap as much as you want. Okay, so we have this, but it's just plain little text and it's nothing fancy. What we're going to do to change that is we're going to mess with the text settings and make it look coolio and actually make it blend in better. So right click here on the text over here, blending mode, and then here we have all of the stuff we can do with it. We can give it a shadow if we want, increase the size. Don't know why the opacity is down to 0. Let's do something like that, kind of makes it look better. Let's see, that works too. I mean, that looks nice. We can do other stuff too, like put a stroke in. This is something a lot of people use, is just put a stroke around the text, make it look nicer. I mean, that right off the bat, like seriously, if you just had like all of this stuff deselected and just that as your channel art, that looks a million times better than what a lot of people have as their channel art. And there's a lot of professional YouTubers out there that their channel arts are really bad, and they have like millions of subscribers. PewDiePie is one of those people. But what I think I'm going to do for this one, and this will actually look cool, is I'm going to go to blending mode, and I don't care that much about the text, but I still want the text to be there, and I want it to look cool. So, still on top of having it look cool, I also want people to clearly see that it says my name, Jane Electronics. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the stroke off, I'm going to turn the drop shadow on, and under the drop shadow settings, I'm going to make it pretty sharp, I guess. That's good enough. Then I'm going to go just blending options. Just click blending options. Fill opacity of this. You want to take it to 100 and put it down to just 0%. That looks cool. So then drop shadow, you can increase it a little bit so people can clearly see that it says Jane Electronics. And all it basically is just a drop shadow around the text that we have in there. The text isn't there, it's just a shadow, but it creates a cool illusion. You can't see Jane over here, but you know, we can do other stuff. Like let's say, for example, if your channel name was something small like Bill, go like that, go like Bill, or on top of that, Control J, and then we'll just leave it as that. And then Control J is to copy and paste, or to duplicate layer. We can do something else like subscribe, like that, but then have it, you know, lower. Shrink it down. In fact, what I can do too is I can just go to the Bill one and make it J and Electronics. Holy God, it's not gonna fit at all. Jane Electronics. That'll work. Take that. Whoops. Control Z. Control T. Electronics. Okay. That's cool. That's some badass thing there, dudes. Alright. Now, to spruce it up a little bit, make it look cool, and something I do quite often with this, even though I've moved on from this sort of design and I don't do this stuff anymore, what I used to do was I would take characters and I would put them on the cuts here that we made previously, and it would hide it up and make it look nicer, kind of increase the blending, but it also wouldn't look like it's actually supposed to be doing that. Like that's not its sole purpose. So I would take another character and throw them like back here or other places. I have a lot because of over the times of doing Photoshop, I have just accumulated a crap ton of already masked characters or just characters to be masked. But I will show you a secret. This is something that you can do that I don't know if anyone else knows about. I'm sure they do. You want to just type in something like battlefield1.png, and then you'll have images, obviously, And then let's see what's a good one, something that fits the division pretty good. Okay, so this right here is PNG, and you can tell because most of the time on PNG pictures on Google Images they have the squares on the background, which means that the background's transparent. You just want to right click it and save image, drag it onto here, and then it's already chopped for us. So all we have to do is just find out a good place to put it. So something like that's cool. And then what else can we put? We can do something simple like, I'm just picking random games. This came to my head. No, Mad Max game.png. There we go. Don't know if that's PNG. Let's see. Yeah, that one most likely is. Save image. Save image. Drag it onto here. Let's pick kind of like any place to put it, and remember, nothing is going to be on the bottom here. And just do something with it. I'm out of ideas here on what I could do with this thing, but this is basically like all up to you at this point, and a lot of it has been just dragging and dropping. Why isn't okay? It's just been dragging and dropping. There hasn't been any masking, and I'm sure if you're watching this video I probably have a tutorial somewhere about doing masking, but that's basically that right there. And then, you know, you just have your crazy stuff here, crazy fun stuff, very but that's all me. If you like it, that's cool. I mean, that's thanks. Check in next time on my channel. I'll show you how to create stuff like this. This is more artsy fartsy stuff. This is inspired by Prey. It was a fan art thing that I did. I'll show you how to create that. It's not the best, but you know, I'm also not the greatest. I can also show you other things like, let's see, here's this, except the eye color was actually different. I can show you the original, but whatever. I can show you how to create this. This I actually made from scratch. I took a lot of time trying to create it. Can show you how to do like the 3D stuff, how to do the reflective look on the eye. I'm not an artist though. This is actually what it's supposed to look like. I'm not an artist though, so don't think I am. That's the that's the finished one right there. That one looks cool. All right. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any other questions or anything like that, I can try and answer them in the comment section below. But check back next time, and I should have a tutorial on something else. Might show you something on Cinema 4D, might show you something on Power Director, but gonna be doing a lot more tutorials in the future, hopefully, because it's fun. So thank you guys for watching, and you have a good one.